Hey, what's up, guys? Tugi here, back again with another episode of my Seattle franchise mode series right here on NHL 18. And in today's episode, the Seattle are shockingly, at least to me, shockingly in the second round, where we will be taking on the Dallas Stars. We pulled off, again, what in my opinion is an upset of the Vancouver Canucks, and now we square off against Dallas. And yet again in the postseason, there were questions, at least from me, as far as what to do with this lineup. These are the lines that I'm going to start this series with, and I have gone forward with the idea of spreading the wealth. So the top line is the Bengoa line with Volk, Bengoa, and Sutter. Volk and Sutter have been the two best outside of the major four, at least in that first round. The second line, McChesney, Belfort, Tommy Tunnell, so that's the Tunnell line. The third line is the Rogalski line with Hamhuis and Cedric Barabal, and then the Jonas line with Sidhu and Rintoul. Defensively, it's kind of the same. O'Donnell, Reza, and Bishop have been the best defensemen for us so far, so we've put O'Donnell with Parker, Wakabayashi and Reza, Mile, and Bishop, and of course the goaltender, you already know, it's Joshua Oshie. I can't believe he's 32 years old. I can't believe we're this far along into this series. It's a little bit of a risk, of course, to switch up the lines when we have been doing relatively well, but I have a good feeling about this. Maybe I shouldn't. We will see. Time will tell. Within the next 20 minutes, we'll know for sure whether or not I should feel good about these changes. Now, taking a look at the Dallas lineup, it is very well-rounded. Very well-rounded. Eddie Arsene on the top line, a former number 2 pick, has 2 points in this playoffs run, in the postseason so far, with Ross Popovich and Justin Carlos. So that is the top line, 3 former first-round picks. The second line, it really doesn't get much easier. Igor Chistov, a former second-round pick, Nolan Patrick, now at 36 years old, and Russ Fedoruk. And they have done quite well so far. In the third line, or on the third line, we have Anderson McDonald, another familiar face, of course, in NHL 18 for us. Brian Baradziuk, a former first overall pick, top 10 pick of the Calgary Flames, and Edgar Wood, who was a 7th-round selection of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The fourth line is Darren Banting, Joey Lannon, former second-round pick, and Vladimir Kapitanov. So as far as the point totals go, not much from the fourth line. Third line's been okay, second line's been great, and the first line's been pretty good too. Like I said, very well-rounded, and the point spread really reflects that. Defensively, you might, I don't know if we have the advantage on paper necessarily, but it's close. Top pairing is Glenn Howes, who's a -3, with Gord Riopel. So their top pairing has struggled thus far. Jeff Ness, who has 2 points and is a +4. Don't know if you can hear that car engine starting outside, but that's always pleasant. I'm going to just keep going with Rick Hatcher, who is technically a top 2 defenseman. Has 5 points this postseason, so he looks like a great player for them, and go figure that they have a Hatcher on defense. And then Paul Franson has 5 assists with Bruce Thompson. So that third pairing has been great. Just looking at our third pairing, I'm not saying you have to be as good, but, you know, it would be nice. The goaltender is Matthew Crombeen, 89 overall with a .936 save percentage. They also won their first-round matchup in 5 games. No injuries, but for healthy scratches, Spencer Smith, Dmitry Kuleshov, and Daryl Liston. Am I feeling any more confident after looking at their lineup? Not really. They're a very well-rounded team, offensively, defensively, and they have a strong goaltender. It's going to be a challenge. The second round has been a constant hurdle for us throughout this series. Whether or not we can get the job done, I don't know, but we are about to find out. Of course, Tacoma did not make the postseason, so our main focus, our sole focus, is on this postseason matchup. Let's get it underway. I am nervous. I'm somewhat hopeful. We'll see how long that lasts for. We're on home ice. Here for game 1. First period against the Dallas Stars, and that is not the start that we were hoping for. Fedoruk gets the opening goal just under 5 minutes into the first period. They doubled us up in shots. That is not a great start. Second period, can we find our game? No, we cannot, and nobody can find the back of the net. 21 shots to 15, still 1-0 on the board as we enter the third period. And so far, so good for the Dallas defense and goaltending and Anderson McDonald, and then our scene. 2 goals in about 30 seconds. We have a 5-on-3 power play. The only way we were getting back into this game is if we capitalized on that. Volk at least ruins the shutout with 3:35 to go. Too little, too late. The Dallas Stars take game 1 on the road, 3-1. And that was probably worst case scenario, with me having made certain line combo changes. Then we go on to lose game 1 at home. Not ideal in the slightest. Now, I'm not going to panic just yet. I'll reserve that if we lose game 2. But we're not going to lose game 2 now, are we? We're going to win this. We're going to regroup. We got off to a bad start in the series. There's still a long way to go, and it starts with this game. So let's do this. First period of game 2. And that's not what I wanted to see, as Wood and Arsene give Dallas a 2-0 lead at the end of the opening 20 minutes. 14 shots to 9 in their favor. We have 1 goal in 4 periods of play. Right. Second period. Oh my God. So, like, what is it? Is it that their defense is that good and their goaltending is that good? Is our offense just not working? Like, I mean, regardless, it's not like Volk being with Bengoa is terrible, because it's still Trent frickin' Bengoa. We have 1 goal in 5 periods of play to begin this series. We're down 2-0, heading into the third period. 23 shots to just 14 in their favor. Let's get this third period underway. I said I was going to save the panic moves for after game 2, and it looks like that is indeed going to be the case. Turns out I'm a little bit of a fortune teller, apparently. I can see the future, and it's not looking very bright for us as we're halfway through the third, and we are at risk of being shut out yet again. 3 minutes to go. And the Sea Cattle are only able to put up 1 goal in 2 games on home ice to begin this series. Crombeen absolutely kills it, and we are in desperation/panic mode just like that. Outscored 5-1 on home ice to begin a series, and we are in some serious, serious trouble. Let's see if we can identify a main cause to this. Oshie, I mean, the save percentage is still okay. Defensively, are any of the defensive pairings getting picked apart? I mean, this is not the first time in the postseason that Wakabayashi, Mile, and Bishop have just completely shit the bed. It's not, and it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating for someone like Bishop, who's been good for close to 20 points a season. He just fucking disappears. Wakabayashi and Mile, who are supposed to help solidify this defense and give us a chance to win, they have had nothing for us in the postseason over the past few attempts. I mean, look at this. Look at this. 2 points. 2. He's a minus player as well. Awful. Just awful from Wakabayashi. And Parker, he's okay. I wanted to take a look at Mile as far as his postseason output. Last year was good. Aside from that, fuck all. Just nothing. Right, so what are we going to do here? He's a -5. I mean, I guess I put Mile and Wakabayashi back together, but they have been awful. I have no way to shelter them. They have to play well, and they're not. And the problem now is that we don't have anybody else in the pipeline to call up outside of Luke Ma, and it's not going to help. So we're screwed. We are screwed. If players like this that were supposed to be parts of the core that were going to lead us to a championship, if they're going to underperform to this extent in the postseason, we are screwed. That is the only way to put it. So I think I'm going to reunite Reza and O'Donnell, maybe. I feel like O'Donnell needs to be paired with Bishop. Try and shelter him. Put Reza and Parker together, and then Mile and Wakabayashi. How I wish it was like FHM4, where I could set the amount of ice time per game, because I would never play these two. we just ride on, Bishop and O'Donnell to fucking, or not even Bishop and O'Donnell, but the other ones to carry us. You know what? Fuck it. Just whatever. That works. We'll go Reza and O'Donnell, and hopefully they play 45 minutes a game. And then offensively, still no goals from Trent Bengoa. That's a bit of a problem. 1 point from McChesney, 3 from Belfour. Tennell hasn't done anything so far. And obviously there's a considerable amount of minuses, only 1 point from those two. Jesus. Alright. Well, the idea of spreading the wealth hasn't exactly worked. So I guess now what we'll do is, at the very least, reward people who deserve it. With, ice time. That's the only thing I can think of. Ham Hughes, we'll consider you a -1. Sid, who's terrible. Rentools, terrible. How's Baraball? Also terrible. So congrats, Ham Hughes. You're not complete garbage, but you're close. And we'll drop you down. And then Sutter's been alright, as has Volk. Right. So maybe a Rogalski, Jonas, Tennell line isn't terrible. Maybe keep Volk with Volk, Bengo, and Sutter together. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. This is why I was shocked that we made it past Vancouver. I didn't think we were going to. And now that we're here and we're getting destroyed by Dallas, I have to wonder how the hell we were even close to begin with. I cannot believe Trent Bengo is a minus player. That's insanity. I think I'm going to keep the lines like that. We'll have the Rogalski, Jonas, Tennell line. And you know what? I'm actually going to bump them up to the top line and we'll see. You know what? No. Trent can be the top line still. Carry us to victory, buddy. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here, and if this continues to go in such a negative way, I don't know what's going to happen moving forward in this series. It's 2035. The series ends around 2041-ish. 2042, 43, I think. Yeah, it'd be the 25 years. So we wouldn't have much time, and we'd have to break the rules in terms of trading away guys like Wakabayashi. I mean, that's really our option at this point. It's either we just let go of people like Wakabayashi and hope to, find replacements in the draft, or we do what we've done in the past and kind of wave the white flag, trade them 1-for-1. That's my opt-out that I always provide. And we can discuss that if this goes poorly. But the opt-out is simple. I trade players who are underperforming 1-for-1 for the best pick I can possibly get. So Wakabayashi, basically, we'd be getting a first-round pick. That seems like our only other option if we can't find a way to turn it around here. This series is not over, but it's on the verge of being over. First period of Game 3. And, oh my God, 1 goal in 7 periods of play. Chistov has the only goal of this game so far. Outshot 14-9. We're down 1-0. Second period, and finally, thanks for showing up, fellas. Rogalski and O'Donnell get us on the board and give us our first lead of this series in Game 3. Probably not a good sign if you want to find success. Rogalski ties it. O'Donnell has the difference maker so far, 22 shots to 20. That brings us into the third period, the biggest 20 minutes in Seattle history, because if we fall down 3-0 against Dallas, which we might, after that Nolan Patrick power play goal, we could be in trouble. Sidhu gets a goal back on the power play. I'm surprised he was on the power play. We're back up by a goal. It's 3-2 as we're halfway through the third period. 5 minutes to go now. Can the Sea Cattle hold on? Please, for the love of God. Yes. Thank you, McChesney. Stressfully, we have won a game in this series. Sidhu gets the game-winning goal after we blew that 2-1 lead. 4-2 final. We finally find a way to get to Crombie. Rogalski, Belfour up there for skaters. Oshie the first star, though, and I'd say rightfully so. The series isn't over. It's not over, but we're still in a decent amount of trouble. The home team has yet to win in this series. Winnipeg's up 3-0 on Nashville. And over in the East, New Jersey's up 3-0 on Pittsburgh. Boston's up 2-1 on Montreal. So it's looking like the winner of this series will be taking on Winnipeg. I'm surprised Sid, who's on the power play, and to be honest, we're going to change that. I can't believe the lack of points from guys like Wakabayashi and Mile. Cannot believe it, given their point, just given their attributes. So in terms of power play-oriented defensemen, O'Donnell, Bishop, probably Mile and Wakabayashi. So yeah, I think I'm going to take out Parker. We're going to put Bishop there. He had the second highest offensive awareness. So, you know what, we'll split up. You know, I want to keep them together. I want that top unit to be dangerous. And then as far as the rest, actually, you know what? In fairness, Mile and Wakabayashi have been terrible. Sidhu hasn't been great. I'm going to take out Sidhu for Sutter, who's actually been half decent this postseason. I'm going to take out Wakabayashi for Volk, who's actually been good somehow this postseason. And then from there, so let's see, it's Rogalski, Jonas, Tunnell, right? Rogalski, Jonas, Tunnell's up there. Bishop, or Bengoa, Belfour, Volk. Basically, who else could I play? Who's doing all right here? 2 points there, 2 points there. Could play McChesney there. He is a +3. I'd say he deserves the opportunity. So we're going to take out Mile for McChesney. And that way we'll have Bishop, O'Donnell. Volk can play. He has what, 5 points? How many does McChesney have? 2, 4. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is just have the fucking super group for that first power play unit. I feel like that works. Let's see. Better defensive stats. Better skating. Doesn't really matter. I feel like that works. So I'm going to flip these guys back around. We're going to play Jonas on the point. Does he have a better slap shot? 86 power. Yeah, we'll play Jonas on the point. So Rogalski, Bengoa, Tunnell, Jonas, and O'Donnell. If that power play unit cannot get us goals, nothing can. The Golden State Warriors of the power play. Volk, Belfour, Sutter, McChesney, and Bishop. Like, we should very well be able to put up points. It's not even a question. I need to take Parker out, though. Put Wakabayashi back on his proper side. And then the penalty kill. I mean, the penalty kill's tough, but I do need to make sure that it's optimized. So let's do it. Let's see. Defensively. Let's see. Wakabayashi, Mile, Reza, and O'Donnell, which is what you really would have expected. Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much who we needed. And then offensively, I mean, that's a little bit tougher of a question, I'd say. As far as who we put on these lines. I mean, those power play units and the penalty kill units were just set up off of best lines. Bengoa, Tunnell, Rogalski, and Sidhu. Those are the best ones. So really our best players, which isn't a surprise. And really, that's what we need. We need our top players to carry us, and then the fourth line comes out post-penalty kill with a little bit of energy, and then maybe, you know, the top lines get their rest and we can take advantage. That's simple hockey. Whether or not that happens, time will tell. That's how we'll do that, and then it'll just be Bengoa and Tunnell. Even though they're not the best face-off guys, that'll be the best way to do it. So Bengoa at center. And then right wing, we'll play Tommy Tunnell. And with that, I think we're good. We're pretty much set up as well as we can be. Let's see what happens, damn it. Let's see what happens. We got the win in Game 3. We're not out of it. But we need to avoid that commanding 3-0, or 3-1 series lead, I should say. I feel like, I mean, technically, statistically, we're not in as much danger. You know, we're not facing elimination in this game, but falling down 3-1 against this Stars team, I just don't see a way back from that. So this is a must-win game. Can we get the job done? Again, the home team has yet to win in this series. Either the Stars reverse that, or we have a best-of-3 from this point on with home ice advantage. First period of Game 4, and that is a good start. Riley Sutter gets the goal. One of the few remaining players, like from the OG group with like the Yamamotos and the Anderson Dolans and the Morgan Geekies, he's still on this team, and he gets what could be the biggest goal of his career. We were outshot 10-7, but for the first time, we score the first goal in a game. Is that a good omen? We'll find out. Second period, and it might not have been. Popovich and Arsene with the goals, 19 shots to 14, and the Stars have a 2-1 series lead as we enter the third period. And now is the time for the Tannells, the Rogalskis, the Jonas, the Bengoas, the O'Donnells as we kill off that power play, and the Barron Tools to step up. We are tied, and Riley Sutter, we have the lead halfway through the third. Power plays out, McChesney. Don't get too excited, don't get too excited, don't get too excited, don't get too excited. 2 minutes left, please. Yes, God, yes! Holy hell, what a third period. Oh my God. Rintoul. Sutter gets his second of the game under 4 minutes later. 2 minutes later, McChesney on the power play. I guess I made the right choice putting him there. And then finally, it's an empty net goal, but a goal is a goal. Trent Bengoa gets the empty netter to put the icing on the cake. We were outshot 27-26, but we walk away with a 5-2 victory in Game 4. The trend continues where the home team has yet to win, and look at our top line. Volk, Sutter, Bengoa, the top three. 4-assist night for Logan Volk. I should have looked at more of the stats, and you know what? I think I will actually. What a game for us there. What a game. Again, the power play goal from McChesney was huge. Volk, the only goal he didn't assist on was Rintoul's. Absolutely crazy. The Stars took 2 penalties in that game, and it was the tripping minor from Arsene of all people, and a Trent with the slashing minor. Some of our big-name players were in the box kind of frequently that game too, which is a little bit scary. But it is a best of 3 from this point on. We have home ice, which might not be a good thing, but damn it, streaks were meant to be broken. Let's go. We'll keep the team the same. Game 5, our power play stepped up. Everything went well for us in Game 4. Can that continue in Game 5? Let's find out. First period, and that is not great. Carlos scores 41 seconds in. Volk gets on the board to continue his hot postseason to tie it, but then from there, Anderson, McDonald, and Franzen with the goals. 3-1 Stars. 14 shots to 11, not what we would have hoped for from Oshie, especially getting beat by 2 outside shots. Right, down by 2. Second period, and it stays that way. 28-22 for the shots. Still 3-1 on the board. Third period. It's time to step up, boys. We need you. 5 minutes down. I'm not feeling good about this. Power play. Yes, Manny Jonas. Oh my God, this new power play unit. Penalty kill, though. Can we get the job done? Yes, we can. 8.5 to go. It's a 1-goal game. Another power play for the Stars, and fucking hell. 2 penalties in the third period. That will sink us. The Stars win Game 5 by the score of 4-2. The streak continues. And we face elimination in Game 6. Who took the penalties? Like, just really, who took the penalties? Sutter and O'Donnell. Look at the 3 players. 3 crucial players. And they're the ones that took the penalties for us. That's ridiculous. Like, if it was a Sid Who or anybody else, whatever. It's not. It's our primetime players that are sitting here taking these penalties and costing us games. And it's incredibly frustrating. But it's not like I can drop them. Winnipeg swept Nashville. They await the winner. Montreal reversed the score. Now they're up they're up a game on Boston. It's 3-2. And New Jersey swept Pittsburgh. Game 6. I don't know. I don't know what else there is to do. Aside from potentially more micromanaging. That's really all there could be. I'm so disappointed in certain, penalty minute totals. 10 for Bengoa is so unlike him. And then plus-minus wise, I mean, it's gotten better for Wakabayashi and Mile, so they've had a better series, but it just comes down to whether or not we're the better team. And obviously, so far we haven't been. We're not done yet. But the odds that the streak ends and the home team finally wins a game, pretty high here for Game 6. Let's do this. Will this be the final game for a lot of the members of this team? We could try the quick fix, the quick rebuild to try and be competitive for the final few years, and we could be seeing some very familiar faces go. This is a huge game. First period of Game 6, and it's a goal apiece. Sutter gets the opening goal. Carlos ties it, dead even in shots. Tied on the scoreboard. Second period. No, I do not want to finish game. Second period, 20 shots to 16. Still deadlocked at 1. To the third period we go in a must-win game. Here we go. Oh, man. Can our big-time players step up? Can our depth players step up? Power play, Volk! Yes, this power play is unreal. It was a major. We were only able to get 1, but Volk gets the goal to give us the lead. 7.5 to go. I'm a little bit pissed we weren't able to get more than 1, but can we hold on now? 3.5. Can the Seattle force Game 7? Yes. Oh my God, yes they can. This new look power play. That was the second unit that was able to get that one. Volk is the hero. He hasn't always been the hero. Somehow he wasn't the third star of the game behind the 2 goaltenders. 26 save effort from Joshua Oshie. A tremendous performance. But this postseason so far has been about redemption for some of these players that didn't get to see an entire postseason run in the past, including Sutter. Now we go to Game 7. The winner plays the Winnipeg Jets in the conference final. The home team has not won all series. It comes down to a Game 7 on home ice. Logan Volk has been incredible. Incredible. Leading the way for us. Oh my God. But it comes down to this. It comes down to this. I feel like Belfort should be given a little bit better of a shot, but I don't know who I'd drop. I'm not going to change anything. This team, it's make or break. It's good enough to win. It's just whether or not it does. Oh, Game 7. Game 7. Here we go. The biggest game in Seattle history. Can we do it? From 2-0 down, we go to Game 7. First period, and it's a decent start. Bishop has the opening goal. We outshot them 9-6. Stephen Bishop, thank you very much. I can't help but wonder if it was on the power play. Second period, McChesney makes it 2. All right, 19 shots to 16. Oh my God, please. We're up 2-0. Heading into the third period. Oshie, there has been doubts over whether or not you were the right goaltender to keep over Joseph Hainsey. Put those doubts to rest, at least for the moments. Final 20 minutes of regulation. Come on. We need this. I want this. We need this. I want this. Power play. Please. It's a long power play, too. We can't score, but that does kill plenty of time. 6 minutes to go, and Dallas scores. Okay, that's not good. 49 seconds left. Oh, God. Oh, God. 49 seconds left in Game 7. I need to see this. I need to see this. I don't know what the settings are set to. I don't care. Let's just jump into it. It's either we win or we lose. It doesn't matter if it goes to overtime, God forbid. What might happen there. It's irrelevant. Just can we get the job done? Oh, come on. Come on. Here we go. And now it's up to 104. Strangely enough. Gave him more time. Dallas wins the face-off. Hatcher for Popovich. He gets bumped off by Reza. Popovich in front and gets broken up. Holy shit, what a traffic jam that was. Arsene to Ness, now Hatcher. Oh my God, please. Clear it. Yes, we get it. Trent for Sutter. 45 to go. Sutter tries to pass over. It's intercepted by Hatcher. Here's Arsene. Over the red line, crossed over to Carlos. Dallas is pulling their goaltender. Ness down low in the corner. The defenseman finds a way to get it to Carlos. Now Arsene and back. Dallas working it around. They send it down low. Trent Bengoa's there, the captain, battling for it behind the back of the net. He loses it. Carlos gets destroyed. The puck, though, still on Dallas's tape. It's a loose puck. O'Donnell, Reza, now Trent. 15 seconds to go. Sutter for Bengoa. Shoots and misses. 10 seconds left. Dallas having trouble on the breakout. A huge hit from Trent Bengoa, who buries it. And the Seattle Sea Cattle are going to the third round. What a hit from Trent Bengoa. 2 goals this postseason. They're both empty netters. And the Sea Cattle are moving on. What a hit from Trent Bengoa, and he pots it. There might be controversy as to whether or not that fully crossed the line. We'll see it from this angle. It definitely did. Oh my goodness. Stressful moments there. Some very stressful moments. But we were able to hold on. No shots on goal. Some strong defense. Jonas takes the shot, saved by Crombeen, and it's frozen with .2 to go. Arsene, you're going home. The Seattle Sea Cattle have fought back from 0-2 down, they have become the first team. Why are our fans not celebrating? They have become the first team this series to win on home ice, and they picked no better time to do it than in Game 7. We will play the Winnipeg Jets in the conference final. Crombeen looked unbeatable, but somehow, someway, the tinkering paid off. We have won. We are moving on. Holy hell. Trent misses it wide. Fucking kills Riopel. No charge. That was a rough landing. And then pots the empty netter. What a replay to send the Sea Cattle to the conference final. Oh my god. I cannot believe we have won this game. Trent Bengoa, your first star. Oshie with 26 saves. McChesney gets the game winner, the series winner. And we are going to the conference final to play the Winnipeg Jets. I will leave the lines the way they are. Trust me on that one. Unless we have to make a few more changes in the middle of the next round. The Jets have home ice advantage. They are 8-3 in this postseason. We will absolutely take a look at their lineup before the series begins, but I need a refresher on how good they were in the regular season. They must have been like a top 3 team. Top 5. 99 points they finished with. Of course, we finished with 89. So, low expectations, but we find ourselves in the same exact spot. The Western Conference Final. Absolutely unbelievable. Logan Volk has been great this postseason. Trent's starting to come along, which we needed. Sutter has stepped up, again, at 35 years old now. I thought we weren't going to resign him at a certain point. Rogalski's been okay. Jonas has been okay. Would like Tommy Tunnell to get on the board, but he's never much of a goal scorer. It's the bottom 6 that I'm a little bit worried about. But for the most part, you can't say it's the best team that we've ever had, because it isn't. There have been moments of not wanting to negotiate with players and having to pay them a shitload of money and all that, but it's worked out for us. We find ourselves in the third round. I shouldn't be disappointed if it goes negatively from here, but I probably will be, as Montreal ended up beating Boston. It's Montreal, New Jersey, Winnipeg, and Seattle. We will sim through that matchup in the next episode. The Sea Cattle are halfway there. If you enjoyed the episode, you know what you can do. For the Sea Cattle, for your fearless leader, Trent Bengoa, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Get FHM4 discounted. Details for that are on my Twitter. Get fucking cheaper tickets off of SeatGeek. That's a thing as well. info for that on Twitter. And in every Toogie Steak, pretty much, because I don't want to put them in these normal episodes, so I saved that for the Toogie Steak, because I'm nice. And if you don't watch the Toogie Steaks episode, do it! They're great videos. People wonder, hey, you don't talk hockey enough. I just don't do it in these episodes. I make individual videos for them, man. It's the best of both worlds. You get the sea cattle, you get me talking about hockey. It's great. Watch it. Thank you. And thank you very much for watching. I love you all. Goodbye.